What's going on, everybody? Cindy G here. In today's video, this is going to be my New Japan Pro Wrestling Presents the G1 Special review video. So before I get everything started, yes, you guys, I am recording in my kitchen because number one, it's almost 1:30 in the morning on a Sunday, and number two, the lighting sucks in my bedroom at this time of the hour. So I figure, why not just film it here? And yeah, overall, New Japan Pro Wrestling, holy crap, that is one hell of a show. I did watch it live along with Aaron Riff, Robert, also the rest of the No DQ Galaxy. I mean, it was by far a most outstanding show ever, so I have to mark that off of my bucket list for my first ever New Japan Pro show. So I would say this, like, New Japan, they did an amazing job so far trying to get the crowd going, even though like the tickets for the Cow Palace has not sold out. And yes, there was some empty seats going on, but the crowd was so hot for the fact that they were like going like at it like during the matches and all the good stuff that's been going on. So I'm going to be talking about some of the matches right here and giving my perspective. I know I did talk about it on No DQ Live with Aaron and Robert, but we haven't gone into like the full card yet. So I'm going to talk about some of my perspective from some of the matches. So the opening of the match you have is the 10-man tag team match, which you have is the team of Chaos, consists of Yoshihashi, Guido, Rocky Romero, Yo, and Sho versus Bullet Club, consists of Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Yojiro Takahashi, Chase Owens, and the returning King Haku. This match was a really good start, even though it was less than 10 minutes, but both teams put up one hell of a fight. And I would give more respect to Haku, that he definitely still got it, despite the fact that he's almost going to be turning 60. But his in-ring ability, he did pretty good, especially in the ring with Hashi and Rocky Romero. He's trying to put out the best he can do. And especially, like, at least he has both of his son, Loa and Tonga, by his side just to help out, like, to trying to defeat the matches so far. So at the end, and you guys saw that Haku did the Tonga death grip. That was pretty impressive. And then that's when Tama Tonga did his finisher pin. I think it was Yo. 1, 2, 3. Bullet Club won the match. So that was pretty much a very fun match per se. My pick was Bullet Club, so I already knew that they're going to be the one that's going to win this match. And then next up you have is a tag team match, which you have is Chaos, consists of Tomohiro Ishii and Toru Yano versus Suzuki Gun, consists of Minoru Suzuki and Zack Sabre Jr. So again, this is another fun match so far for both teams. I mean, seeing Zack Sabre Jr. taking out Yano, that was by far one of a cruiserweight classic moments so far, especially with his submission hold to Ishii. That was really impressive. And I would say this about Minoru Suzuki. I mean, he did draw some heat going on with some of the crowd, but you know what? It is what it is. And at the end, Ishii I think he did pin Zack Sabre Jr. 1, 2, 3. Chaos did won the match. So I know there was like some upset going on for Minoru Suzuki, like after the match, like he did walk up to the ramp and he did grab a chair and then he started like destroying at it. Like you can see pure frustration from him. And with Zack Sabre Jr., I mean, he did follow along and all that. I think there's like one of the segment where I think he did attack one of the New Japan Pro staff out of frustration, but hey, he hates losing. That's how he is. But anywho, let's go ahead and move on here. So next up, you have is another tag team match. Pretty much more tag teams, yay! Which you have is the team of Takuchi Japan, consists of Hiroshi Tanahashi and Kushida versus Bullet Club consists of Adam Hangman Page and Marty Scurll. So this is by far another impressive match so far for both teams. I mean, I would say this about Marty Scurll. I mean, I did follow Marty Scurll when he was in Impact Wrestling British Boot Camp Season 1. And seeing it evolve from, like, his old gimmick, which is, like, you know, that whole party Marty Scurll gimmick, to now more of a villain club type of gimmick. He did, by far, giving it more of an outstanding moves, and also his charisma so far, and especially how him and Hangman did work together for trying to defeat Takushi Japan. However, like with Takushi Japan, they're pretty much like a most fun-loving tag team around so far, and especially with Tanahashi, I mean, he is like a very good technical wrestler so far, and so at the end, Hangman Page did his finisher to, I think it was to Kushida, 1, 2, 3. Bullet Club did won the match, and that was very impressive for Hangman to finish it off at the end. So far, it was a pretty fun match. And yes, there was some chant saying, "You killed Joey, you killed Joey," to Hangman Page, which if you guys watch Being the Elite, you guys know that they're doing kind of like a skit where Hangman Page did kill off Joey Ryan, which, you know, it's only for YouTube, but then it's funny how people did do some cheers, but yeah. But yeah, so I'm happy Bullet Club did win the match. And then next up you have is the Never Open Weight Championship match, which you have Steve Champ Hiroki Goto versus Mr. Athletic himself, Jeff Cobb. So Jeff Cobb did came out, and he was wearing his All Pro Wrestling Universal Championship belt on his waist. So if you guys in the Bay Area know what I'm talking about, All Pro Wrestling, APW Faithful, you know what I'm talking about. So he did came out with his title belt from All Pro Wrestling, and then you have Goto coming out, and that's when right as soon as before the bell rang, both guys did start attacking one another. So that was like a pretty much a interesting match. However, I was expecting Jeff Cobb to do his infamous suplexes, but he only did is just more of like a collegiate wrestling moves. I mean, that's one of his specialties so far. And so with Goto, he did try to put up a fight with Jeff Cobb. I mean, they did have like some brief rivalry going on ever since Road to Kushida so far. But then at the end, Goto did his finisher, and he did successfully retain the title. So this is by far a pretty good match. I would say it's not the best, but not the worst. But overall, it's just pretty decent. Like, I kind of I want to see Jeff Cobb a little bit more, even though he was the fan favorite because he is, of course, from the Bay Area. But I just feel like I just want to see a little bit more from Jeff. But he did a pretty good job, and I totally respect him. Plus, he's a pretty chill guy so far. So, yeah, so I'm looking forward to what's going to happen. Maybe we may see a rematch between Goto and Michael Elgin for the title. We may never know, you guys. And then next up, you have is the IWGP Tag Team title match, which you have the champ, the Young Bucks, consists of Matt and Nick Jackson, who is also representing the Golden Elite and Bullet Club, versus the team of Los Ingobernables de Japón, or LIJ, consists of Evil and Sonata. So, before the match started, Matt and Nick Jackson did start attacking Evil and Sonata right away, and that was by far a very impressive match for both tag teams. Like, you saw that the Young Bucks was almost about to do the Meltzer driver to Evil, but then Sonata did grab, I think it was Matt, yeah, Matt's leg, and then just pull him to the side. And so that was pretty impressive. There was a lot of super kick party going on from the Young Bucks. I mean, there was like pretty much more of a back and forth going on. The crowd was very hot for both teams so far. And then one of the highlights I would say is the Young Bucks was about to super kick Sonata, but then he definitely dodged it, and they did accidentally super kick the referee. So they were down for a while. And then you saw that while the referee was down, that Evil and Sonata was about to do the magic killer to Nick, but then again, Matt did make the save, and then that's when they brawled until the Young Bucks did the Meltzer driver. I think it was to Sonata, 1, 2, 3. And the Young Bucks did retain the IWGP Tag Team Championship. So it was a fun match, even though I wasn't even a fan towards the whole ending situation of it. I mean, I thought that we're going to see LIJ to win back their tag team titles. But, you know, it is what it is. So we'll see what's going to happen next, which I think I have one tag team in mind, which I'm going to get into that later on, all right? But hey, there's still the 6-man never tag team champion, of course, along with Marty Scurll. So, yeah. Anywho, let's move on here. So next up you have is a tag team match between the team of Chaos, consists of Will Ospreay and I'm going to botch his name, so forgive me, Kazuchika Okada versus LIJ, consists of Tatsuya Nato and Bushi. So another incredible tag team match for both Okada, Ospreay, Bushi, and Naito. I mean, they did, you know, bring the best they can do, especially Okada. You know, he's the former IWGP Heavyweight Champion. He did pull out one hell of a fight, especially, like, you can see him squaring off with Naito. Holy crap. That kind of reminds me of what happened at Wrestle Kingdom 12 during the IWGP Heavyweight title match. I mean, it was by far amazing. And I would point out one of the highlights about Will Ospreay is he did put more of a, you know, high-flying technicality skill to Bushi so far. And at the end, Ospreay did his infamous finisher to Bushi. 1, 2, 3. Chaos won that match. So another outstanding match. Like, this is one of the matches that's like really impressed into my expectations so far, guys. And I'm looking forward to what's going to happen next because, like I said, both tag teams were former champions, you guys. And hopefully they could like push to like who could be the next competitor for like any title on the line. But yeah, guys. Anywho, let's go ahead and move on here. So next up you have is the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match, which you have is the champ Hiromu Takahashi versus Dragon Lee. So you have is Takahashi coming out with his title and Daryl Takahashi Jr., his cat plushie, which I was so excited for that. And so right when both guys were in the ring, that's when Takahashi started attacking Dragon Lee in the first place. And boy, this is by far another amazing match so far. Like, I had to help Aaron, like, you know, fill in of who is some of the wrestlers so far, like with Takahashi and Dragon Lee. So you guys know I forgot to mention that Dragon Lee did came out with his King of Indies 2018 title belt along the ways, which if you guys know that he did compete in a tournament which is like sponsored by All Pro Wrestling and Pro Wrestling Revolution. So that's where the meaning of that title he wore around the waist during his entrance. So I just want to point that out there. And plus he's from CMLL in Mexico, guys. So it is pretty much a very high-flying moment, especially you see that Takahashi did take out Dragon Lee outside of the ring. Especially it hit through the barricade, like, holy crap. That was by far a very amazing match of the night so far. And especially with Dragon Lee, who is putting out as much, effort so far. And one of the highlights would say this is Dragon Lee did his amazing package suplex to Takahashi, not once, but twice. And so at the end, the ticking time bomb himself did his infamous finisher to Dragon Lee. 1, 2, 3. Takahashi won the match, and he successfully retained the IWGP Junior Heavyweight title. So this is by far a really fun match and a true cruiserweight match that it was supposed to be. Like, you see a lot of risky move that's been going on in the ring, outside of the ring. A lot of heavy hitting bombs. Like, holy crap, you guys. That's how impressive this match is. So let's go ahead and move on here. And so next up you have is the IWGP United States title match, which you have the champ Switchblade Jay White versus Juice Robinson, formerly known as NXT star CJ Parker. So what is interesting about this IWGP United States title match is that, well, when it debuted, the first winner was Kenny Omega. He is from Canada. And then the champion, Jay White, he is from New Zealand. So this is by far a pretty fun match. So far, you guys know that that feud has been continuing going on ever since Dominion for both Jay and Juice. I mean, there was like a lot of crowd energy going on. And it's so funny is that everybody was booing at Jay White, even though he is part of Chaos, which is a notable babyface stable. So I'm guessing he's like the only one that is not the most like wrestler so far. And so everybody was behind Juice Robinson. And as you guys know, that Juice Robinson did had a hand injury, so he had to be in a cast. And the catch of it is, if Juice used his broken hand in a cast to defeat Jay White, then he's going to be automatically disqualified. So I highly respect Juice Robinson just putting up to a great fight, especially with a broken hand. He has to use another way, just trying to beat him. So it was like a pretty aggressive in nature of the match. And then, oh my god, it was, I would say it's like most of like a killing, brutal match of all time so far. It's like, wow. And so you guys know one of the highlighted would point out is that there was like a lot of kickouts going on with both guys, and then a lot of interference. And then one of the impressive, like, holy crap moment, and I would say this, is when Jay White outside of the ring, while him and Juice Robinson were kind of like battling it out against each other. Well, Jay White did accidentally push Juice through the commentary table, which it actually hit Jim Ross. That's right. Good old Jim Ross was in the commentary table along with one other commentator. I forget what his name is. I know he's involved in UFC, so forgive me. Comment down below I think his name is Josh Bartlett or something. But it was really impressive that he was about to, like, fight off Jay for all that. I mean, everybody did actually cuss out to Jay White during the match, which, again, as I call it, the Tommaso Ciampa treatment. So, pretty much, in summing up, this match is kind of reminding me of NXT TakeOver Chicago 2. So, whenever there's, like, a cussing going on or, like, a dislike of a wrestler, then you gotta do a FU chant or any cussing chant going on. So, at the end, and I'm happy to say this, Juice Robinson, while the ref was not looking, Juice did use his broken hand, and he did knock Jay White over, and then while the ref did turn away, that's when Juice did his finisher. 1, 2, 3. Juice Robinson is your new IWGP United States champion. That was pretty much a feel-good moment, and none other that we have is a first American IWGP United States Champion in New Japan, you guys. So this is by far a very incredible match. I don't know how many stars Dave Meltzer will give him. I have no idea, but so far this is going to be an amazing, like, you know, a title run for Juice Robinson. And as for Jay White, I don't know what's going to happen next. Maybe we'll see a feud going on, but I have a theory about who's going to be the next competitor for Juice Robinson. So I have a feeling we may see someone from the Bullet Club to compete. Maybe Adam Page. Who knows? But we'll see. Overall, this match, aggressive in nature. And then finally, you have is the main event match, which we are all waiting for, which is the IWGP Heavyweight title match, and for the leadership of the Bullet Club, which you have is the champ Kenny Omega versus Cody. Do not mention his last name, Rhodes. So I have a feeling this match was pretty decent so far. I mean, you have both Kenny and Cody coming out to like a very outlandish entrances so far. And it was pretty much, you know, a pretty heavy hitting moment. You have is the Young Bucks, you know, with Kenny, and then you have is Brandy Rose with Cody, and of course Bernard the Business Bear, which is that business mascot bear, if you saw it being elite. Anywho, so that was a pretty intense match so far. I mean, it's not into like a higher level. I would say it's kind of like in a medium to high standard for as a main event. I mean, you guys saw in Ring of Honor Supercard like how Cody and Kenny did battle it out each other. I feel like this is kind of like a recyclable match, but this time it's just for the title and also for the leadership of the Bullet Club so far. And so you saw that how Kenny and Cody were like exchanging bumps, especially like Kenny was about to do his high flying move, like taking a dive over the ring, but no, because you have Cody using Brandy as a shield. So that was like one of the highlights I would point out, especially how hard it is. And then you saw it's Cody trying to take orders for both Matt and Nick Jackson, but the Young Bucks, they cannot take Cody's crap anymore so far. And then you saw how like Cody did grab the ladder and then he set it up and he was about to climb up and then did his high risk move, but no, because you have Nick and Matt Jackson trying to distract it, and then you have Kenny climb up to the ladder, and that's when they were like, you know, exchanging punches, and that's when Cody did a suplex onto Kenny off the ladder so hard you can see like a lot of like bumps that's hitting for it. And then another highlight we'll point out is these infamous table bump, which you have Cody and Kenny has been battling a lot, and then Kenny did knock Cody hard, and that's when Cody did land it on the table, but it actually flipped. So there was like a little bit of a botch moment for that so far. So it was like, you know, the battle of David versus Goliath for both like of the leadership of the Bullet Club. But then at the end, Kenny did his usual finisher. 1, 2, 3. Kenny Omega retains the IWGP Heavyweight Championship match. And he is still the leader of the Bullet Club. So Cody Rhodes is no longer the leader of the Bullet Club. And the future has been whole. But then again, you guys, after the match, you have is Bullet Club members Tama Tonga and Tangaloa, along with King Haku. They did come out trying to congratulate Kenny for his championship match and also for the leadership, until Loa, Haku, and Tonga did start attacking Kenny and the Young Bucks. Holy crap. Until Marty Scurll, Adam Hangman Page, Yoshio Takahashi, and Chase Owen did came out and trying to make a save. But then again, Loa and Tonga and Haku did attack them as well. And then according to Tama Tonga, they said they're going to be forming a stable known as the Firing Squad. So this is going to be a to be continued for that. And then you have is Cody coming out to see what's going on. And then Tonga did offer Cody, like, you know, to the position for being part of the Firing Squad. But, however, he did attack Loa and Tonga at the show. And that's when he started to go join the rest of the Bullet Club Brethren, and of course him and Kenny did hug it out. And still, you have is the Civil War of the Bullet Club. I knew it's gonna happen because I know for a fact that Tonga is still frustrating about the whole leadership situation, but now that he cannot handle the crap anymore between Kenny and Cody's drama, it's like it kind of seems to play out because, like, the thing is, like, Tonga and Bad Luck Fale are the only original Bullet Club members, like, from the start. So I don't know what's going to happen for that. I know we're going to see a rivalry going on between the Firing Squad and Bullet Club, or is the Firing Squad still part of the Bullet Club? And also, what's going to happen with Haku, Leo, Fale, and Ishimori, since these three guys are not in the present. So we're going to have to find out and wait to see. But I have a feeling that with Fale, he's probably going to join with Tonga because, you know, they're still brethren of the original Bullet Club. Haku, Leo, I think he's probably going to join with them. I mean, family is family. And regarding Ishimori, even though Tonga did brought him in Dominion, but I have a feeling he's probably going to go with Bullet Club, knowing the fact that, you know, him and Yoshiro did have, like, you know, a really strong connection in the tag team division. So I'm looking forward to what's going to happen in the Forsaken in the near future. Especially we have is Cody, who is still cool with the Bullet Club. But I have a feeling we may see Cody as, you know, a tweener. But we'll see what's going to happen so far. Overall, I would say this show was amazing. And you guys, there was no IWGP Intercontinental title because, you know, with Chris Jericho being the champ, he doesn't want to wrestle New Japan Pro Wrestling in the United States, you know, due to, like, you know, out of respect for WWE. So he'd rather wrestle in Japan. So, yeah, no Chris Jericho so far. And hopefully we're going to see what's going to happen next and in a near forsaken future in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Anyway, guys, I'm going to give you guys my favorite matches so far. So my favorite would be the IWGP United States title match between Jay White versus Juice Robinson, and the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship match between Takahashi versus Dragon Lee. My so-called not favorite match of all time, well, not the best, not the worst, but decently alright match would have to be the Never Openweight Championship match between Goto versus Jeff Cobb. Like, I expected a little bit more to it, but yeah. So, for letter grade, you guys, so, New Japan, holy crap, they did an amazing good job with some of the matches. Some of the storyline has been built and all that, and so for that letter grade, you guys, I'm going to give it a solid A. So, anyway, you guys, comment down below, what do you guys think of New Japan Pro Wrestling? What are your favorite matches, your least favorites? Hell, what do you think is going to happen with some of the stable members as well? So anyway, you guys, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. And also, you guys can follow me at nodq.com/Cindy. That'll take you directly to my Twitter page. Also, make sure to follow me at simply_C_OK on Instagram and on my YouTube channel as well. And also, make sure to go to prowrestlingtees.com/nodq.com. So that way you guys can get your NoDQ.com t-shirts, like from NoDQ.com debate, NoDQ.com review, NoDQ.com panel, and also other designs as well, especially featuring the NoDQ.com personalities like Jeff Meacham, Greg Cherry, Virtue, Interstate Kyle, TJS, Big G, Jeff, Kayfabe Candia, Stephen Osborne, And yours truly has a NoDQ.com t-shirt. So make sure to show some love and all these stuff, guys. And also, make sure to subscribe to NoDQ.com's YouTube channel as well. Make sure you give it a like, share, comment, and also hit that bell button for notification. Also, make sure to check out NoDQ.com's social media page and the website for all the latest news in WWE, New Japan Pro, Ring of Honor, and other wrestling related news as well. So anyway, guys, that is it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Also, thank you for the birthday wishes, you guys. You guys are freaking awesome. Anyway, guys, this is Cindy G, and hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Cheers.